What's going on, y'all? Let me tell y'all something. I just had to hop on here and let y'all know the 411. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad I didn't have no reviews or anything to do yesterday because it really would have pissed me off what happened. Um, okay. So, start from the beginning, bitch. I'm finna tell y'all exactly why I can't stand emergency rooms, all right? So, this past Saturday, the Saturday that just passed, I literally just said that. I was fine. I woke up and if you didn't hear me talking about it in one of my videos, I think it was probably The Real Housewives or Married to Medicine. I had woke up Saturday and was it Saturday or was it Friday? It was Friday, I think. One of them days I woke up and it felt like somebody beat my ass. Okay, it really felt like somebody had hit me in my side, or it felt like my muscles was tensed all on my right side. You know what I'm saying? As if if you haven't worked out in a long time, or this your first time starting to work out, and then after you get through doing a good workout, the ache that your muscles feel in the next day, that's what I was feeling in my right side. And I was a little confused, and truth be told, I was like, when it started migrating down to like my stomach area, a little bit, you know, where my gallbladder was, okay, and then it started to migrate in that area a little bit, and then kind of on my lower stomach or whatever, probably, okay, this is women stuff, just in case it's some men stuff. We'll be like, okay, you need to learn about this shit too, okay. If you're gonna be in relationships or whatever, you're gonna have kids, you need to learn about this shit too. But I was like, maybe this is like pre-cramps or whatever, because sometimes before my cycle comes on, that week before, I get like fatigue and I get a little irritation in my ovaries and stuff like that or whatever. It's like pre-cramps and stuff. That's how I know my cycle's about to come on when it's supposed to come on. So I'm thinking that it's just that, but then I realized the next day that this is not the feeling that I usually get. Okay, so I was just trying to let it pass. That Saturday, I should say, it still felt like real tense up here. Real tense all up in my this side of it or whatever. Like the muscle was tense as fuck, but then it was the same thing in my stomach. If I move this way, the muscle, it just felt weird. Okay, girl, yesterday I went to go get my hair done. Okay, it wasn't as intense on Sunday. It was like kind of coming down. It was coming down, and I feel it's still coming down now. And I still don't know what it is. Okay, and we'll get to why. So yesterday was my day off. I went to go get my hair done. That had already been established. That had already been put into plans, okay? And I was feeling a little funny while I was there. But, afterwards, and it was because of the way the seatings were, okay? And I had text my, sent a message to my primary physician, and her nurse got back to me and was like, well, your doctor is out for the next several days, and what you need to do, because it's abdominal, because part of it was the abdominal on the right side or whatever, and that's the side where I had my gallbladder taken out. So therefore, because I literally just had the surgery almost 2 months ago, they wanted me to go to like urgent care or whatever to get it looked at. And I'm sitting here like, okay, whatever. Mind you, at this time, it's like 3-something. It's like 3-something, okay? And I haven't eaten anything, all right? I haven't eaten anything. I'm still at the shop. Well, I had just got home around 3-something. And so, I was like, let me fix me a little something. I had put some little frozen, what did I have? It was like a little frozen dinner or something, like a little lean cuisine type of shit or whatever. I had put, and the one that be very, very, don't barely be shit up in there. So I had put that in the microwave, snacked on that, and I was like, all right, is there anything closer? They didn't have my doctor's office wasn't open for the intensive care, or not intensive care, but, immediate care or whatever. And so they're not open for the next couple of days for that particular part. And I was like, okay, damn. So they was giving me these addresses that got to go all the way out, not even in Chicago, Oak Line, or all the way in Evergreen Park. I was like, girl, I don't don't feel like going all the way out there. I'm sitting here like, is it really worth it? And my whole thing is I agree with what the nurse said. The nurse was like, just go ahead and get a check so we can just rule out whatever, because it's concerning with the fact that I just had this surgery. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fine. So I go to the one out there in Oakland, because the other one that they gave me, and this is why everybody, this is why you need to call and check up on stuff before you go, okay? Because one of the locations was all the way past where I need to be. Both of them, truth be told, was past where I need to be. But they was like, it's an hour and a half to a 2-hour wait just for urgent care, immediate care, whatever. That's at the regular clinic. And I said, bitch, I am not finna sit up in here for no goddamn hour plus for what? Okay, no. So I go to the other one, because they was like, it's like 5 people ahead of you. So I'm sitting here like, okay, by the time my phone charge up, maybe it won't be that many people, whatever. So as soon as my phone charged up, I left the house. I get down there, and it was quick. It was quick, okay? Girl, the nurse tells me, now with you doing all this and this is what you saying happening, the only thing that they probably gonna do is probably do an x-ray, but that ain't gonna show nothing, that's just bones and shit. I was like, no shit, bitch, okay? But no shade to her, she was just doing her job. But then she was like, they might tell you to go to the hospital. I said, I hope the hell not. Okay, that was the main thing I was trying to avoid. I don't feel like it was something necessary that I needed to go to the hospital, to the ER for, whatever. Bitch, as soon as the doctor came in, and shout out to her because she was a black woman. I have not had a black doctor, truth be told. I was like, girl, I might have to come move out here so you could be my doctor. Mama was loud as shit, okay? And she was like, hey girl, what's going on? But let me tell you something, bitch. She ain't call me no bitch, but that's how the tone was, like we was homegirl. She was like, listen, you're going to have to go to the hospital, because, what I need you to do is I need you to, what's going on with you. They feel like, I think you need probably a CT scan or, to get you an ultrasound. And I was so pissed off. I was like, first of all, y'all ain't got no ultrasound up in this big ass renovated shit that y'all got up in here. Now, at my other goddamn doctor, they got ultrasounds up in there. And that's why I took my ultrasound to see about the gallbladder, because the first time I went years ago, they didn't have an ultrasound room up in there. So I had to go to Northwestern Hospital for all of that shit. Bitch, girl, she said, you're gonna have to go there because, it's a little concerning or whatever, because, you just had the gallbladder surgery and you say it's hurting on your right side and it shouldn't be. It could be phantom pain because your body probably think that organ is still there. So that's what it could be. But, we just want to check and make sure nothing else is really going on. That's understandable. But I was just really upset because by this time it's after 6 o'clock. No, by this time it's almost 6 o'clock, okay? And I was annoyed because I've never been into an emergency room and come right out of that bitch. And we are in a day of COVID. Believe it or not, we still in a day of COVID. For some of y'all that don't believe it or don't think it, I'm sitting here like, oh my God. Like, I instantly, I was trying to hide it from her, but I instantly got pissed off because I literally said, well, why the hell did they tell me to come here and not go to the goddamn emergency room first? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. She was like, girl, I don't know, but I want you to go right over there because the hospital was like a few blocks away. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I get over there. First of all, I call my friend and I tell my mama what was going on because she wanted to know too. Mama's baby, okay? Girl, I call my friend and I'm about to cuss her out, okay? I'm about to cuss her out just because I was annoyed. And she trying to calm me down like, girl, calm down. Like, I mean, you can't really, I understand you're a little upset, but, we still want to know what's going on. Make sure you're all good. And I'm like, girl, I'm just pissed. Because they should have just told me to go to the goddamn hospital instead of spending all this time over here and then doing all this stuff. Like, girl, you know how the emergency rooms are, okay? Bitch, get over there to the emergency room, okay? I come in. First of all, you got to go down into some shit. I ain't never been over here in this area before. I'm far away from home. So I'm just like, I hope I can get an Uber bag, Uber being wonky. And I was like, bitch, if this ain't for the motivation for your ass to go ahead and get that license and go ahead and get that car, Bitch, this what it is. Truth be told, my mama would have let me borrow her car if I would have came over there. If that was the case, if I had my license. God damn, bitch. Don't put it in the comments because I already know. I already know. So after the time, I get up into the emergency room right there to sign in, because she had already called in and told him that I was going to be on my way. I'm thinking that's going to give me some leeway or whatever, bump me up into stats and shit like that. Bitch, no. I play myself, girl. We go up in there, and I just looked into the room, and I said, oh my God. It was so many people up in there. And I started to turn around right then and there. But, I said, Ashley, just stick it out. Just stick it out. You're going to be okay. It's probably going to go faster than what you think. Okay, don't think the worst or whatever. You do want to understand and know what's going on with you, just to make sure, even if it's nothing, just to make sure that everything is okay, just in case you really did just pull a muscle, because I truly feel like that's what I did, because as I'm sitting here right now, I still feel just a slight bit irritated, but not as much as I did yesterday, and not as much as I did when it initially started. Like, it feel like it's fading out. Girl, sitting there, I probably was sitting down for a couple of minutes, and they kept calling me, and I was like, oh. It was the setup. The setup, bitch. The setup and the set off was when they kept on calling me back to back. They was like, okay, girl, come into triage. Let's get your vitals. What's you here for? Okay, what's this? What's that? Let's do your blood pressure. All right, go sit back down. Come back. I wasn't even sitting down there for a good 2 minutes. They called me again. They was like, come on, let's get this blood work. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then they called me again like the next 3 minutes, and they wanted to do the EKG. I was like, all right, cool. Obviously, that was fine because they didn't tell me shit about it, But I'm sitting here like, okay, fine, whatever. And after that, I'm thinking, since everything moving so quickly like that, I'm thinking I'm finna get up there and see a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Girl, hell no. Hell no. At this moment, it's like 6 something, almost 7 o'clock. And I realized at the time, just keep on going. I'm trying not to be on my phone too much. I did have my charger, but it really wasn't no outlets around to charge the phone up. So I'm trying not to be on the phone so much so I can have some juice when I get the fuck up out of there. Bitch, it was musical chairs up in that piece. If they called one person, that's how many people was in there. Plus they were social distance. So like every other chair you can sit in. And people in wheelchairs in the middle of the floor and the aisle and all this shit. Bitch, as soon as I get, you get up, somebody take that seat. So you basically, it's people standing up. I said, you got sick people and hurting people standing up. Wow, I was mad, so I found my seat. I did get my seat taken at one point, so I found another one. I sat down and I made sure not to drink anything, but I brought a bottle of water with me, and it was a good thing that I did that because I sat there for over 4 fucking hours and did not get up and go to the bathroom because I knew they was going to take my seat. Did not feel like I had to go to the bathroom, but I sat there for over 4 fucking hours. Over 4 fucking hours. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. And what made me, I left, okay? And I know some people like, you probably should have stayed or whatever, because what if something was actually wrong? And I get that. But I said, you know what? My mom had was checking and asking me if I was okay. Like, girl, are you in any pain? Because she was worried. And at one point, I couldn't even get reception to even call and update her or whatever and send out a text message because I wasn't getting no service up in there. I said, how you got no fucking service in the goddamn hospital? We gotta update our people and shit like that. But I left. So I was at home by 12:05. Plus I had to go to work the next day, And I was just like, you know what? This is ridiculous, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I understand, like, if this is what made me leave, because at first, even when my mom was like, if you're not in no severe pain or whatever, just come on home, and we'll just come home, and I'll come over, take you to the doctor. If you need to go to your actual doctor who did the surgery, I'll drop you off over there, okay, the next day. I wasn't in pain, and that is the thing. I was not in pain. I didn't have a fever, none of that shit. I can walk around like I'm like, if you look at me now, I'm it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I would have stayed if I had not kept hearing that people was asking, what number am I in line? and they kept on saying you got like 20, 30 people ahead of you. You know, is we're trying to get rooms and we're trying to get beds, and you know, we got a shortage of this. And then at one particular point, one of the nurses came out and said we might have to close down. Plus, this hospital was a trauma unit too, so you got ambulance people coming in that's jumping ahead of everybody else too. Plus, there was some other shit that happened where some niggas got shot up, so they was coming up in there. I said, oh my god. They said we might have to close down because it's too many people up in here, and we don't have beds and room for them. I said, oh my goodness. And then it was this one person, he kept on talking and trying to cancel his pace pickup, you know, what they do for the elderly to pick them up and all that stuff and take them here and there. He kept on trying to cancel that because he knew he was going to be up in there all day. And he was talking to one of the nurses, and they was like, well, it's like a 9-hour wait, and you only been here like 2 hours or so. I said, bitch, what? I looked up and I was like, 9 hours? And at this particular point, baby, let me tell you something. At this particular point, that little lean cuisine bullshit that I had, it had fully digested, okay? That was the only meal I had the whole day, and that was early on into the day, bitch. And at this point, I have a headache from hunger, okay? A headache from hunger, and I'm feeling my body about to start shaking, and I'm like, there is no vending machine in here that actually have food, like some junk or something that I could snack on, even though we don't really need it, but I just needed to put something in my goddamn mouth, okay? Maybe that was offense on me, but I didn't know I was going to the hospital. So how was I supposed to fucking know, bitch? Okay? They only had a vending machine that had liquids, and half of that was gone. I said, what in the bullshit is going on? And so he was like, bitch, I can't wait till we get the survey so I can say how much y'all suck, okay? I said, I know that's the fuck right. Then we had this other man that was sitting on the other side in a wheelchair. He must have told his story to whoever he was talking to at least 4 different times, 4 different ways. Basically, he fucked his foot up when he shouldn't have been out, okay? And, you know, he practically broke that thing. What caught my eye and attention was he was a white guy with a black scent. I was so confused, okay? I was so confused for some reason. It just threw me off, and we all listening to his conversation because he made sure we heard it, and he made sure we heard this part. Yeah, I talked to my girl, and I was like, you know, if this thing broke, I'm going to be out of commission for 6 to 8 weeks, so you're going to have to be on your own for 6 to 8 weeks. And she was like, you know, you got one good foot, you got your good right foot or whatever. And then I'm like, well, shit, bitch, if you want to do some stuff or whatever, you're going to have to learn how to ride it. You're going to have to be on here riding it or whatever. You got to get them squats in. I said, it is old people around here. Have some fucking respect and decorum, bitch. We know what you talking about. I said, oh my goodness, nigga, stop. And I'm just like, get me the fuck up out of here. Now I'm thinking that, you know, it don't matter which emergency room you go to, whether it's in the hood, whether it's in a fairly decent neighborhood, or whether it's in a Caucasian raised neighborhood, which where I was at, okay, it was mixed. Bitch, it's ghetto as hell, all of them. All of them. I said, this don't make no damn sense. Get me the fuck up out of here. Somebody was behind me just throwing up and shit. I was like, oh my goodness, the bathroom is right there. Can you go over there to the bathroom, please? Okay, maybe you couldn't make it that much, but I was just like, oh my goodness. Older people was there. I said, you can't get these old people. I would rather you go ahead and see these old people first. One lady came up in there with a heart problem, whatever, and she was like, the daughter was like, I still gotta wait. We still gotta wait. And it was like, yeah, because I mean, the doctor already know that, you know, she got these heart issues or whatever, so, you know, you still gonna be waiting hours. And I said, oh my goodness. Granted, I get it, but I ain't never spent, like, I spent hours I ain't never spent that long up in the emergency room. I spent hours in there. Yeah, I did. But most of it, I had already went up there. It was productive. I had already saw the doctor. They run the test. They did this and they did that or whatever. I've never spent that long down in the waiting room of the lobby of the goddamn hospital waiting to be called to go see a fucking doctor. I said, oh my goodness. Granted, I get it, we in COVID or whatever, but that shit didn't make no sense to me. And that's why I fucking hate emergency rooms, bitch. I fucking lay down in my goddamn room and cried out if I need to, okay? Don't take me to no fucking emergency room. Just admit me, bitch, right then and there. That's what you fucking do, okay? But when it comes to how I'm feeling a little bit better than I was feeling yesterday. And it's not like it was taking me down. It was just like, remember when I was telling y'all about the irritation that I was feeling, you know, when I knew I needed my gallbladder out? It didn't take me down. It was just irritating. It wasn't painful. It was just irritating, you know? So that's what I was feeling a little bit. It didn't subsided and it moved down into one little area that things here and there, but other than that, I'm cool, you know. And then I called my fucking surgeon, can't even get in. I said, what type of bullshit is going on? I said, you ain't gonna answer my calls, what? Because I'm trying to make an appointment with him. I said, this has got to be not my fucking week. What is happening? But I'm okay, y'all. I just had to get on here and let y'all know what was going on. I was so over it yesterday and I was so tired. Baby, when I came home, usually I sleep. I mean, I went to bed. I try to get to bed around 12 o'clock. Okay, I try to get to bed around 12 o'clock at the latest. Sometimes, most time, it goes way over 12. But as soon as I got in and I got off the phone with people that was checking up on me, baby, I went straight to sleep and I slept through the night. And I woke up and I actually feel like I actually got some sleep. And I feel a little bit rested. I was like, you know what? Never again. Never the fuck again. I will make an appointment and I will. This is why people don't want to come to the emergency room, and most people probably come to the emergency room because they don't have insurance or whatever. I don't know how that works, but ridiculous. If you ever experience some shit like that, put it down in the comments and tell me how long you waited in the goddamn emergency room. And I know somebody probably like, bitch, you say 4 hours, 5 hours or whatever. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I would have stayed, but bitch, there was no food around and I needed me something because I barely ate the day before and I did not eat that much. I barely ate that day. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, my body was about to go on. I was about to pass the fuck out, okay? And I was getting annoyed. You know, but never again. Never again. Ashley just have to fucking suck it up, okay? Y'all tell me y'all experience with the emergency room. Just ghetto. Anyway, I will see y'all later. And speaking of food, let me eat my Chipotle. I've been eating Chipotle like every other fucking day. I don't understand it. It just tastes so good. I haven't been eating it for a long time, for like a few years. And then all of a sudden, like last month, the end of last month, I said, let me order some Chipotle. Bitch, ain't stopped ordering since. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all doing. And enjoy the day if it's a beautiful day, because it's a beautiful day out here in Chicago. It is like about to be 80 degrees outside, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm about to enjoy it. But I'll see y'all later on tonight for my reviews, okay?